Morning, guys. It's admittedly a little more cozy over here, I think. Definitely beats being in a tiny little shack. We got space, this fancy rug that I designed after the mark on my jacket and arm. Nice little kitchen area, rest area, attic space. It's definitely nice. Pretty soon we should be open for business. In terms of some new things going on, yesterday we met Dr. Day. You guys were a little asleep for that, except Abaddon, who always wants me to murder people. But it seems that my theory on that one anchor with the D and J on it seemed to have been correct, in that anchor was waking up. And then I've renamed some of the files as well to people I have not yet met. Kindness is still here, having a good time. I guess now we sit and wait until a job comes to us. Hey there.
Is the office open?
Technically, yes.
Okay, alright. Would you mind if I let myself in?
By all means.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're Kota.
That's correct.
Well, forgive me for not introducing myself earlier. I was, tangled up in something. My name is thedeepestsleep. I'm a funeral director, and I suppose I'm also the royal advisor around here.
Funeral director's kind of a funny job for a place where death is meaningless.
I cannot express to you how many times that exact sentiment has been told to me. I cannot begin to tell you how many people have told me that my job is meaningless, that my passions, my entire career choices have been rendered all but naught, except for the fact that, people can still die eventually.
Yeah, I did hear about a special case that happened while I was out cold.
Yeah. Out I feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. Yes, I'm a funeral director. You're new. How are you doing?
A little tired from the move, but otherwise doing alright.
Okay, the move. So I noticed that this office had sprung up a few days ago when I got back. How long have you been with us?
I'd say give or take a couple weeks.
Okay, a couple weeks. All right, that's not bad. Well, I guess it would be bad, but we've had a few people who have been alone for months on end. So, hmm. It's a strange thing. I kind of was expecting us to have reached the limit, but let me ask you this: how much do you know about the nature of Haven?
Well, aside from the whole meaningless death thing, I've seen the
Mm-hmm.
anchors.
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
Seems to be a bunch of fractured land dangling above an
Mm-hmm.
abyss.
Yeah, the abyss.
Uh,
Hard
every,
to miss the abyss.
Everyone's told me to stay out of the abyss, and I think I've done a good job staying out of it.
Okay, good. It's good that people have told you to stay out of the abyss. In the early days, people were all about the abyss.
Hmm. And that's really all about I know.
All right. Are these are your pets? I assume.
I am not 100% sure what they are. I woke up with them, and
Oh, you woke up with them.
they took care of me while I was napping for 6 months.
Oh, you were asleep. Okay, so what exactly is the timeline here? You were asleep for 6 months, and then you woke up for a few weeks, and then you moved here after someone found you? Question mark.
It's more like I found them. I woke up.
Okay.
These guys had built me a bridge up to what I was told was called the Haven Highway. And then I found the village, and I stumbled upon Captain, Wren, Jackdaw, Sylph, and Angel in that order.
That's not a bad combination of people, if you ask me. This cat made a bridge.
Yeah, the cat made a bridge.
That is, that's a really good. That's a surprisingly industrious cat. Um. Wow.
You,
Okay.
you know,
Sure, that checks out.
Abaddon, I'm a little surprised you haven't told me to murder this man yet. I'm impressed. You're learning.
Okay, so I've learned a few things about these animals. One, the cat can build bridges. Two, the dog tells you to kill people.
They both speak to me in a sense. Cat's very wise. Basically was the main source of taking care of me, and Abaddon is very bloodthirsty.
Can I, can I have a look at that?
Look at what the sword.
That
Yeah,
sword.
by all
Yeah,
means.
okay.
Jackdaw gave that to me.
Kindness. Let me have a look. Okay. Alright.
Got another
Strange
sword you
has
could check out.
I would love that. Strange to have protection on a sword, but Jackdaw can be a bit eccentric in their enchantments. Let me have a look at this. Oh my goodness gracious.
That was in my ender chest.
Now that... Do you know who made this?
No recollection.
This is a phenomenal piece of equipment. Please
Thank you.
take good care of that.
Oh, naturally.
I accidentally threw my sword into the void earlier, like a moron.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Yeah, that's not good. That was a lot of emeralds down the drain.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry I'm getting distracted by literally everything in this room. This
It's
is a
okay.
cooking pot.
Yeah, Jackdaw pointed out that there was a lot of new things that it popped up when I woke up.
Hmm. So you are the harbinger of culinary delights?
I don't necessarily know if I'm the harbinger of culinary delights, but bacon's here now. I got no complaints.
Okay. That's you know, I wonder if this will lead to a more uh approachable method of dealing with certain dietary restrictions. Uh hmm.
Certainly made your chef's job a lot easier.
Yeah, that's true. Goodness, has the kitchen? I should ask. Have you been given a tour yet?
Uh, a couple
Lovely.
of tours that are both relatively unfinished.
Oh, all right. I like the. Do you like the rain?
It feels normal. It feels nice.
I mean, I guess the rain feels normal. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
as far as I can tell, vague things from my old world keep coming to me, and rain was a frequent occurrence when I'd be out on jobs.
Right. Okay. So they keep coming and they don't stop coming.
They do necessarily not stop coming, but
Okay.
yeah.
I like to look up in the rain because then it fills my eye sockets and it feels like I'm crying.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that whole bonehead thing going on.
Yeah. Is that? I mean, most wolves are, rude about the whole bones thing, but normally not talking ones. So yeah,
I mean,
you've
Abaddon's
noticed my.
yeah,
Yeah.
Abaddon's
Sorry.
Abaddon's the one that tells me that I hunted monsters. So,
Oh, you did. That's
hmm?
good. That's good. I think.
You think?
Do you have any recollection about that? Is this snow?
It is snow. I snagged some of it from my old place.
Okay. If it's deliberate, then alright.
Um, I have vague recollections every now and then. I remember I was really damn good at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good. There's some trees over here now.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
also brought these over.
well, that's good. I mean, it's certainly adding more green to the environment and, recontextualizing this area of the village. So, you are a monster hunter,
I
you
am.
say?
That's correct.
Okay. Mm. Mm. How, how should I put this? Is it like all monsters, or is there a selection process?
Well, I kind of pick and choose. If I can like tell that a certain individual's intentions are pure, I will
Hmm.
not really bring any harm their way. But if they're deliberately being bastards, I carve them down.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I feel like there's a few. Oh goodness. The rain has stopped. That's nice. Um, I feel like there's a few things I ought to cover quickly. Then. You've met a decent chunk of our population.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the only one that I've met that I haven't really talked about was Stars.
Ours, right? Yeah. I think I heard something about vegetables as I was walking up.
Hmm?
Um. So here's the thing, Coda. This is a kingdom of monsters, in a sense. A
Oh,
lot of us here are not what would be referred to as completely human or normal. I mean, we've got a few sort of more mundane hybrids, but a good chunk of us are of a more supernatural. Why? What is that?
what is what? Oh,
What
that?
is that? What's that?
You talking about the bakery?
Why? I cleared out that space to build a graveyard. I was going to hold a funerary service here. Why is there an entire bakery there now?
I couldn't tell
Hold
you.
on.
So I,
I,
oh,
who,
uh, I saw that yesterday when I was meeting another new face.
right. I'm sorry. I was kind of I was trying to get to some. There is a bakery here.
Yeah,
I'm. So it's- I'm. I'm a bit plus. Why is there? There's a bakery now. Um. Who built this?
that I could not answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's nice. I can like step out of my workplace and get like a bagel or something.
That's true.
Wonder if they have. Hold on. I don't think there's any gluten-free options here.
Ezekiel says that he bets he can outbuild Crumb.
You know what? I believe it. I believe it.
I believe it as well.
Those orange tabbies are capricious.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. What was I saying? Right. Kingdom of Monsters. Okay.
You
What
know,
I'm getting at. Yeah.
Kingdom of Monsters actually kind of checks. That angel individual strikes me the wrong way.
Well, I mean, like, did she strike you, like, physically?
Not necessarily. We went to my spawn, and she struck several chickens and Captain, and they all started withering.
Yeah. Well, she's. I mean, she's. Listen. Okay, here's the deal. Angel is a vampire. She's also head of cultural affairs.
I see.
So, I would appreciate. This is sort of what I'm getting at here. There are some people here who are not mundane. I suppose there are people here who are various flavors of undead. There are people here who are extremely cursed in very different ways that have had a aggressive sort of change in their biology. You are in a position where, in some circles of people who hold your profession, they would look at this town that I've helped build and all the people who are living peacefully within it, and they would kind of just start murdering people. And I'd like that to not happen, if that can make sense.
Oh no, I totally get you. I mean, everybody I've met so far has been nothing but nice, so I think they're in relatively good hands for the moment.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's my biggest concern out the window. Welcome aboard, then. Welcome to. I think the king is calling it Elysium. I'm happy that you're here.
Elysium. Isn't that something something Heroes Rest?
Uh, I suppose so. I mean, that does make sense. To my knowledge, it's a reference to another myth. You know, he came up with it. I didn't. My apologies.
It's fine. You know, everyone keeps bringing up this nether, and I'm like, this nether of yours sounds a lot like my hell.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's nasty. It's kind of gnarly. Um,
The other thing that I can recall perfectly from home is that I have definitely been in and out of hell a few times.
okay, well that's interesting. I think that there's two people from the Nether or Hell. I mean, if you'd like to call it Hell, that's fine. I don't mind. Um,
I hear the prince
one,
is from it.
yeah, the prince is from it. The head of sort of national security has also spent a good chunk of time there.
Who would that
Um,
be?
that's Bird. They're actually a very good friend of mine. I've known them since before Haven. So they live up at the top of the tower. Their job is to ensure the safety and protection of our citizens against ne'er do wells, if you will.
Ah, I see. I've heard a few ne'er-do-wellish names, namely Anathema, Navin, and K.
Mm. Right. Okay. So the good news is that, well, it's not exactly good news. I guess it's good news for me in a professional sense. Novin's dead, like whole dead. I think you probably got that.
Yeah, got that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'll say this: if we're talking in the terms of, have you seen their impact on the server?
Yeah, Stars showed me their old dwelling, and
Yeah.
Christ, 12 stacks of TNT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Listen, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. It's not in my job description to speak ill of the dead, but if anybody around here was a monster, yeah, that was them.
Been seeing their communicator acting on the fritz recently, too.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I see the thing popping up, and it's like, who's that guy? Oh, that's the person that we're hunting. If you see them, kill them. I was like, okay.
Ah. All right. Well, if you see, you know, hmm. Okay, there's a few things that might be happening there, to my knowledge. The first is that maybe Nobbin has manifested in an sort of undead form. Um, and like, if that's the case, then yes, definitely, they're probably going to be even worse than they were before.
Noted.
Um, the other thing that could be happening is I actually lost my communicator the first day I got here. It fell into the void. And apparently people have been something down there has been using it.
Huh.
So Yeah, fair warning, if this hasn't been covered before, there's something down there, and it's bad.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, okay, good. Um, right. But I've heard of the other two, the ones that are still with us. Um, look around. What do you think of this office?
I'd certainly say it's cozy. What is this?
Yeah. Oh, that's Elysium, or at least most of it.
Ah,
It still requires some work. The business district is pretty empty, but this is sort of what I'm getting at here. Like, Coda, I'm not gonna lie to you.
hmm.
Um, there are some people here with checkered pasts, myself included. But this is a different place. It is a place without the baggage of our old worlds, a place without the buildup of pain and corruption and injustice. Sorry, I had floor time real quick. Um, it's a place where things can be good if we let it. So, this is Angel's office, and I don't want to talk about what Angel used to get up to, or what I used to get up to, or what many of us used to be. I want to focus on what we are now. And what Angel is now is someone who organizes festivals. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, good. Good. Um, I feel like I've been talking a lot. How are you taking to this place? Please come into my office.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, it's certainly a place I can get behind. It's full of nice people, at least the people I've met. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
After hearing what you're, how you're basically running this place, I think this place is gonna be all right. I can
Oh.
certainly help take care of it, make sure people stay in line, make sure
Hmm.
the place is safe.
It makes me really happy to hear that. I don't. It's not a matter of keeping people in line. Whatever. I won't bother you with the details. The point is, I want people to be safe here, and I want them to be together. And if you're offering to help with that, then I can certainly reward you like fabulously for your efforts.
I mean, if you're offering,
I think I'm offering.
you got
There
yourself a
is
deal then.
work to be done. Good, good.
Hey,
Where did you go?
right
You're
here.
on the. Oh,
We saw this face yesterday.
you did.
Yeah.
In what context?
Well, when Sylph and Captain were meeting Doctor Day, uh, this
Uh,
they told me that this figure had fallen nearby them, and they tossed me the head.
I see. Well, it appears to be a clown, which is not something we have in our community, at least professionally. But you don't need to get into that. Did this person bother you in any way?
They haven't bothered me. The only thing that's really bothering me is where are they and what are they doing?
Well, I suppose that is my job. It's That's why I apologized when we first met. It's usually my responsibility to sort of canvass the area and find anybody who's isolated. I've done it for a few people now, and I felt guilty to have not come to your aid earlier, so I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Tell you what, how about if there's no other places you want to see, I would very much like to see where you woke up, excuse me, so
Yeah,
that
sure.
I can sort of, have the data. Okay, so you said there was a doctor also. Is there a third new person besides you and the clown?
Yeah, the doctor. I met her yesterday.
Okay.
She seems nice, just as dazed and confused as we are.
Have you bought anything at the Fantasy Costco yet?
Not yet. My funds are a little low at the moment.
Let's see if I can remedy that. You were saying about the doctor?
She seems nice, just as dazed and confused. She had the fortunate outcome of not getting the overwhelming amount of knowledge that I got.
Well, I mean, some people would say that knowledge is a good thing, even better than Lamborghinis.
I mean, yeah, that's certainly true, but that much information at once? It's a
I mean,
bit
that's fair.
to process.
Okay, so there's a doctor and a clown and a hunter. I mean, listen, there's not a lot of, there's some holes in our, professional portfolio, I suppose. I mean, I'm a funeral director, and I had to get myself like 3 other jobs because nobody was dying. So, I'm glad to hear that there's some, unfilled positions of importance around here getting filled. Does that make sense? You're so fucking fast.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm so fast. I'm just zooming.
I'm an old man. I have weak bones.
I can see that your skull's a little cracked.
Yeah, well, that happened because of terrorists.
See, I heard of. Did that happen during this convergence event I was told about?
Yeah, I don't know why people are calling it that, but yeah, it did.
Stars told me. Well, at least Stars gave me the name of the event. Everyone's told me about what happened at the Crying Vault.
Yeah. Um, Let me ask you this. How are you feeling about the whole death thing?
I mean, I'm even with the knowledge that death isn't exactly exactly permanent here. I'm still trying to avoid it because another thing I can vaguely recall from home is that death was permanent where I came from.
Yeah, well, I can respect that. A lot of worlds are like that. So, I there's a certain amount of, I suppose, counseling I can offer about the whole death thing. I've had to give the news to a few people, so if you're feeling weird, displaced about it, we can talk.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm really hungry all the time.
No, it's okay. I can appreciate that. And dietary restrictions and all that.
Yeah.
Have you bought? Yeah, if there's one thing that I really suggest you buy at the Fantasy Costco, it's the pumpkin pie. It's delicious. Do I have any on me? Yeah, I have some. Hey, try some pumpkin pie.
I did see the pumpkin pie for sale. And I was like, ooh, tasty. I should get some emeralds. Fortunately, where I woke up seems to be an emerald hotspot. I've dug up a few.
Mm. That's definitely not going to inflate the economy.
It's only a few. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here we go.
Oh, this is it? Okay.
Yep, this is it.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, be careful coming down.
Okay, I got it.
I mean, Jackdaw's the one that built the ladder up.
Yeah. She does not like heights.
Well, hi there.
Or high water. This is nice.
Yep. This was all thanks to the cat and dog.
Ah, I see. So the cat and the dog can make lamppost.
Yep.
I feel like there's an elephant in the room that I should address.
Oh my god, that pumpkin
Once
pie
we-
is really good.
Oh boy! Goodbye.
Oh. Oh, that's awful.
Well, it doesn't have any consequences. All right. I wanted to save this for later, but I suppose this is good enough a time as any. Do me a favor.
Yeah, sure.
Get somewhere safe and then close your eyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm working
Let me
on
know
it.
when to close.
I'm just gonna lock myself up in my shack.
Okay, Shaq.
And... Alright, we're good. Whoop!
All right. Well, I did that wrong. It's very easy to mess up math. Do you have any coordinates for this place, by the way?
Where I woke up, I
Uh,
can pull them up real quick.
I don't like it to do this way because it has some backlash, let's say. But it
Yeah, I noticed it kind of fell a bit there.
yeah, well, look, if congratulations, you've experienced the magic of teleportation. Isn't it exciting?
It certainly is, I can say that much. Oh, you don't have a functional communicator. That's right. This is not the cabin. Where the hell am I?
See, this is the problem. This is the drawback I was talking about. Sometimes we just go fucking wherever. It's a very easy math to get wrong. Okay, let's withdraw.
Yeah, withdrawing... Oh, thunderstorm. Lovely.
I am checking... Oh, goodness gracious. Where the hell are we?
I could not answer. I'm gonna dig us a hole real quick.
Okay, cool.
Did not mean to dig that with my axe.
Okay, you know what? Look. Having a look behind the curtain. It's fine. Alright, cool.
There we go.
Alright. Want to give this another shot, or do you just want to chill out in this hole?
I suppose we could chill out in this hole. Probably safer than the cabin.
Yeah, you know what? At this point, I'm not feeling myself. I'm probably gonna teleport us into a fucking wall, and we'll both die.
That would not be ideal.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. Okay. Well, I guess this is a private space. If nothing else, we've ensured that our conversation will not be overheard by unpleasant entities.
That's very true.
So, here's the dealio. There are some, let's say, undesirables that are having a impact on our community. You've heard of them.
Anathema, Navin, and K.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about
Navin.
Navin. Yeah, that's kind of a... I should probably squeeze Gawain to see if we can get some exorcism going on. Have you met Gawain?
Not yet.
Huge dork, don't worry about it. Point is, I have people who are in charge of protecting the kingdom. And that is my priority. I want to keep people safe. So I can't just send them out to find somebody and ensure that they stop causing problems. Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
You're a hunter. That's your entire job description, isn't it?
Correct.
All right. I don't think that... Here's the problem. How much do you know about anathema?
The only thing that I really have listed down is that they keep causing some problems inside the castle.
Right. Yeah, that's part of the reason I brought you over to the castle. You know that whole beautiful lobby that I built and King decorated? Did you enjoy being in there?
I mean, it felt like a safe space.
Good, good. It's meant to be a safe space right next to the large golden bear. Um, how would you feel about that space if it was repeatedly blown up and filled with garbage?
I'd certainly say that I would fight harder to keep it clean, keep it safe.
That's a very honorable answer. That's my job. That's what Anathema has busied himself with, and there's a certain amount of, I think, required fallout for making those decisions. But here's the skinny with Anathema. He is sharing a vessel with a very good person.
Oh?
There. Have you heard of Moth?
Moth's the person that Ren is saying is camping out by the moon, but I don't believe that to be true.
You know what? That okay. I don't know who told them that, but yeah,
Couldn't tell you.
yeah. That's. I mean, I guess that's another example. Ren is as far from a normal human as you can get, but they're adorable and innocent. That's why Protection Kingdom of Monsters. That's what I'm getting at. Thing is, Moth. Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say they're certainly not human. They're tiny and soft.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Moth is the person that I don't want to speak ill of the king, but I think it's fair that I deserve a certain amount of credit for putting all this together. I built this kingdom to keep Moth safe because they are a good person. They are a kind person. They are a positive person who improves the lives of everybody around them. And they are currently being pained within Anathema.
I see.
To be fair, it was originally Anathema's body. He may have some complaints about that, but Anathema has, as we've covered, decided to spend his time terrorizing and attacking people alongside the most dangerous and irresponsible person on the entire server, whereas Moth was kind and charitable and constructive. This is the problem. How do we deal with Anathema while ensuring that Moth is safe? Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah. Certainly a tricky situation.
Yeah, it is. I'm working on that. But the answer to that question, unfortunately, is not as simple as we hit Anathema with a sword until he stops moving, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, naturally, we don't want to risk hurting Moth while Anathema's still around and kicking it.
Yeah, exactly. So, this is where we're left. Navin is a specter. Whatever they've left behind of their malice, that can be handled by the more, let's say, spiritually practiced of us, the curse breaker, if you will. And Anathema is sort of a non-starter. I can keep them in check. I can keep him in check. Long enough for us to find a solution to the moth problem. I don't even know why I'm collecting this dirt. I just wanted a larger space. I'm a bit
That's understandable.
claustrophobic.
I get you.
So, that process of elimination. What does that leave us?
Process of elimination. We're obviously killing anathemas a no-go.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to detain anathema.
Mm-hmm. And that is the current issue with him. But luckily for you, and luckily for me, because somewhere around here I've got enough emeralds to burn a hole in my pocket, there's another problem that needs to be dealt with.
This K individual, I'm assuming.
Uh-huh. Digger Crozul. He's, like, really gross. He keeps coming to, like, the moth memorial and leaving slime all over it, and he keeps barfing up necrotic tissue everywhere, and he's probably, like, literally physically radioactive. He's so nasty. Like, so gross.
And
So,
my guess is you want me to take him out and make him a non-issue.
that is exactly what I'd like. You think you can manage it?
I certainly can.
All right. I will compile a dossier of everything I know about Kay, his habits, his abilities, and his nature. And I will deliver it to your mailbox in short order. Can I leave the rest to you?
You absolutely can.
All right. That makes me very happy. Let's get out of this cave. I'm tired of this wet, dark hole.
Sounds like a plan.
I think we've covered most of the business I wanted to cover. So, is there anything else you need from me?
You've already got some kind of payment arrangement in the works, so I think I'm good.
Good, yeah. It will be enclosed alongside the dossier, so don't worry about that.
Fantastic.
Right. Well, I think I'll stay here for a minute. I have a bit of paperwork and city planning to do, so...
Something Sleep said struck with me, or kind of stuck out to me, in regards to anathema. Moth is a part of anathema. Why does that feel like a familiar situation? I'm sure I'll figure it out in due time, but where we go from here? I think that's easy to figure out. We've got a job. Detain anathema. If Novin's still out there, take it out. And do everything we can to stop this Digger Crozul. This is our new home. We gotta fight like hell to protect it.
Kind of sad when you have to sleep in your place of business when you don't... Is this also your house?
This is also my house.
I shouldn't have said that. I am so sorry.